Hey Rachel, can you find me that file where we were doing this last year? Sure. Where did that file go? We all have those moments, not a big deal. Until it happens over and over again. You're probably busy because you spend too much time navigating through the chaos. Your brain is like a battery. Everyone has a finite amount of energy. When you wake up, you're at 100%. By the end of the day, you're exhausted and the same cycle repeats tomorrow. Now, you have one mission to preserve your battery. And you start by managing your tasks. You're busy, you have a long list of things to do. Your to-do list probably looks like mine. Tasks scattered all over the place. Every day I had to ask myself, what are my tasks this week? Are there any deadlines coming through? Did I take my medicine this morning? When was the last time I showered my dog? Trying to remember all these things drained my mental energy. Before this, I had all my tasks written in note-taking apps, but I realized that note-taking apps are not the best for managing tasks because they're not designed for task management. No matter which task manager you use, your first priority should be to have all your tasks, both work and personal, all in one place. Then set recurring tasks like these. Instead of remembering your routines and habits, you get reminders automatically when it's due. I track my habits here and it shows up on my desktop and phone widgets, so it's impossible to miss. Even my Google Calendar event appears here. Now, all my tasks, my habits, and meetings are in one place. With that out of the way, let's get to work. You feel overwhelmed because you don't have the energy to do it all. But you can't do it all unless you delegate or automate your task. But what if you can't do that right now? Once a week, go through your tasks. Are there any tasks that are not necessary or not relevant to your goals? If the task is truly important to you, you would have already made time for it. Remember your mission to preserve your battery. When you work through your long list of to-dos, avoid context switching by grouping similar tasks together. Instead of responding to emails or messages as they come, set aside specific times to manage all of your communication at once. And if possible, schedule all your meetings back to back or on the same day. As for house chores, do all your laundry, your cleaning, and grocery shopping on the same day. And here's a fun one. If you're learning a new skill or taking a course, dedicate specific blocks of time for this activity instead of sporadically learning throughout the week. And in order to focus properly, you also want to limit distractions. Turn on Do Not Disturb mode or put your phone away. And then you start a Pomodoro timer of 25 minutes. You can also get a physical timer and put it on your desk if you have to. Basically, the point of this is to trick your brain into thinking that you only need to sit down for 1 minute. And then 1 minute becomes 2 minutes. As you get better at focusing, it gets easier for you to get in the zone quickly. Speaking of limiting distractions, when you look for UI UX design inspiration, sifting through all sorts of design references can take up a lot of your time, and it's easy to get distracted in the process. Hey, what if this feature could be like where, that thing happened? You know that? Do you mean like this? Whoa, that was fast. How did you... I've been using this tool called Mobbin to look for high quality UI UX design inspiration, and they've kindly sponsored a portion of this video. With Mobbin, you get access to over 100,000 mobile and web screenshots. They're constantly updated so you keep up with the latest trends. Filter by app category, screen patterns, UI elements, flows. These screenshots are fully searchable. You can search for text in a screenshot as well. If you see a screenshot that you like, click here to see more similar ones and filter the results even further. These are apps and websites that have already went through user research and they're already in production. It's way better than wasting time Googling for random design inspiration. You can try Mobbin for free today using this link. Okay, back to your mission. Preserve your battery. Before you go to bed, decide what you want to do tomorrow. Each day, aim to complete 2 to 3 tasks maximum. Those tasks are your priorities for the day. Always schedule tomorrow's tasks before you go to bed because decision making requires mental effort and it can lead to decision fatigue. There's this thing called productive procrastination. It's when we spend too much time organizing, planning, and perfecting tasks instead of actually doing them. So watch out if you're over organizing everything. Focus on execution. Whenever you struggle with getting things done, revisit this video and go to the Pomodoro timer technique. The same principle applies to other areas of your life. I use this hack to make organizing a habit. Try this. Imagine one day you have an assistant where you can outsource or delegate these tasks to him or her. In that case, what would you have done differently? When we get into the mindset of organizing things and pretending that we are going to outsource this to someone else, a few ideas come to mind. You would organize your folders, you would name your files properly, you would color code your video timeline if you were to hand off to an editor. You would label your cables, tag your notes, and you would probably over-explain everything because you would need to pass this information down to someone else. The goal here is not to remember every single information, but when you need these information, you know exactly where to find them. Now, ask yourself, what makes you less productive? What are the things that drain your energy the most? Commute, finding files in a messy desktop, messy workspace, lack of sleep, unproductive meetings, never-ending to-do lists. Your phone is distracting, context switching, multitasking, being interrupted when you're finally in the zone, uncomfortable chair, that's too low, that's too high. Got your list? Great. Being aware of the things that drain your energy or the things that make you less productive is a great start. You want to manage your energy and not your time. For each item on the list, ask yourself, what can you change to preserve your battery? The solution to staying organized are often not mind-blowing strategies. They are pretty simple techniques that you can apply to your day-to-day life. A small, simple change can lead to a huge impact. If you're a product designer, learn how to organize your Figma files to stay on top of your game. Recently, I've challenged myself to win a hackathon. You can watch the full story here. Hope this is useful as usual. Overthink less and create more. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!